Just as younger brother dreamed of the shooting star, he awoke. Everything in the hogan was still, but through the smoke hole in the roof came the sound that stardust makes when it falls to earth. Younger brother, looking up, whispered, "Big star, I am your child, for I have heard your song." Continuing my read through the Newbery Award winners, today we have Waterless Mountain by Laura Adams Armour, that won the award in 1932. Armour was born in California in 1874. Due to poor health as a child, she spent a lot of time indoors, and this led to a rich internal life, a lot of dreaming, and she ended up going to school to be an artist. She married, had a son, raised him, and then at the age of 50, she went to visit a Navajo reservation in Arizona. She was taken by the land and the people and their culture and stories, and she spent a lot of time visiting, living there, even staying on the reservation and in towns, sometimes for months at a time. She also did many paintings inspired by the Navajo people and her experiences there. Waterless Mountain was her first book inspired by the Navajo people and their way of life. The main character is an 8-year-old boy, and it follows his journey as he is called to become a medicine man. The book is very slow-paced and is really focused on the internal world of younger brother and his spiritual journey and his connection to nature. There are some external conflicts and challenges, but they are secondary to his spiritual journey to become a medicine man as he grows older. From what I've seen at the time it was published, this book was lauded for its realistic perspective and view of the Navajo people, but I was unable in the searching that I did to find anything from any Navajo people or other Native Americans and what their perspective on the book was or is. In looking at other people's reviews, a number of people pointed out that looking back at it now, there are some problematic perspectives. There are only a couple of instances of overt racism, and they are not portrayed as a positive or as okay. They are just, this is what happened in that moment. Armour isn't really trying to make a statement about white Native American relationships or connections. She's really focusing in on this character and his experiences in his life. The writing style is unique, and at first it felt almost overly simplistic, and it read kind of oddly to me. But as I went along, it developed more of a poetic feel, and it really helps to draw out that internal life of younger brother and his unique perspective on the world and nature, and the way that he's developing that spiritual sense. So the focus was really more on his internal thoughts than a narrator's flowery language or descriptions or even perspective. It really was focused more on that one character and his growth and the people that he encounters and his perception of those people. Overall, I enjoyed this book. I thought that Armour's respect and care for the Navajo people and their way of life came through really strongly. It certainly is a product of its time. It was written in 1931, published in 1932, but compared to a couple of the others that I've read, this definitely did not have that sense of overt racism that many of them had, or even covert racism, really. But of course, that's my perspective from outside the culture and outside the time, and I really wish that I had been able to find a review or perspective from somebody who is Navajo or is Native American and how they perceive her depiction of their people. Next up, we have Young Fu of the Upper Yangtze by Elizabeth Foreman Lewis. So we are moving from the American West to China. See you next time. Thanks and happy reading.